Right on, y'all. Hi, I'm JJ. Thank y'all so much for coming. I hear that y'all are doing some steel club work, and I freaking love the steel club. So I've got my awesome friends Jason and Kiana here, two of my fellow teachers at Black Swan Yoga, and we are going to go through some lovely decompression that's going to keep you moving and keep you feeling great as you continue to progress through On at 6. And so, whenever you're ready, go ahead and get started laying down on your backs. Easy as that, really. So I just want you to take these next few moments, right, and settle in, right? A lot of things can be going on. Maybe you're feeling a lot of things in your body, but just settle, sink. Allow yourself to be here for a few moments. And just bring a little bit of awareness to your legs. Is there any extra tension in your legs? Could they release a little bit? Could the heels grow a little heavy? Maybe you need to wiggle your feet. Sick. Bring a little bit more attention to your chest and your shoulders and your arms. And maybe they could release a little excess tension and the hands and the elbows can grow a little bit heavier. Place for me that I have to bring a lot of awareness to is the neck. And so bring a little awareness to your neck and maybe it can release and the head can sink a little bit heavier. And maybe you can notice that you were holding on to a lot of things that maybe we didn't need to be. Maybe. And then as you lay here and you notice these things and maybe a host of other things, whenever you'd like, I encourage you to take a gigantic breath right into your stomach. And let it go. Simple, easy, effective, efficient. Belly and ribs. Inhale, expand. And let it go. Let's go belly, ribs, chest, all three chambers. Inhale, expand north and south, east and west, up and down, and let it go. Now let's just take a couple more like that. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. And let it go. And y'all just keep breathing. Take a few more of those as I continue to expound on this. So that's the most important thing that I'm going to give you, right? Can you keep your breath calm, cool, and collected? Phlegmatic, right, as we move through everything that we move through, right? Oil change. Can we bring composure to spicy situations? That's all we're going to do. And if you can't breathe, back up a little bit. We're going to take our time, we're going to have some fun. And so as you're ready, go ahead and start with a gigantic good morning stretch on your next inhale, reaching your hands all the way to the back of the room, pointing your toes as far forward as you can. Maybe grab your right wrist with your left hand and pull it a little bit longer. Ooh, yeah, a little side stretch. Breathe, continue to breathe. It's easy to forget about it there. Switch hands, pulling that opposite wrist out of socket just a little bit. Breath calm, face calm. Take one more inhale, grow a little bit longer through all directions. And exhale, curl into a ball. Hug your knees into your chest. Yeah, give yourself a squeeze, a hug. Maybe you rock side to side a few times. Ooh, maybe that's nice. Maybe that feels good on the low back. Maybe it doesn't, then don't. That's fine. Point and flex your toes a few times, forward and backward. Ooh, snaps, crackles, pops. Ooh, big circles with those toesies. Yeah, cool. Notice the ankles starting to open up a little bit. Nice, Jason. Ooh, cool. As you're ready, take your legs straight up into the sky. Legs up into the sky, flexing your toes down towards your face. And again, your knees can be bent, especially if it starts getting a little shaky, a little uncomfy. From there, tighten your belly, press your low back down to the floor. Continue to breathe or you're not going to have a very good time right here. Bring your hands behind your head, interlace the fingers. Lift your shoulders as high as you can on your next inhale and hold there, breathing calmly. And if you need to lower at any point, that's completely fine, but control yourself in space. Next inhale is going to lower your right leg down to a hover or as far as you can control it. Exhale, bring it back up. Nice. Inhale, left leg lowers. Exhale, return. Inhale, right leg lowers. Exhale, return. Inhale, left leg lowers. Exhale, return. Now keep going back and forth at your own pace now, taking your time, right? You choose how high the shoulders are lifted, how hard the abs are flexing. You choose how low the leg is going, how much of a bend into the knee there is. You're in control of the situation, so control yourself in space. For 8, 7, 6, keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2. You're gonna bring both legs up. Take one more inhale. We're gonna lower both legs slow. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, no tricks, heels to the floor. Good morning stretch, reaching all the way up, taking all that space. And then bend into your knees, set the soles of the feet onto the floor. Hands reach down, little snow angel down to the bottom of the mat, reaching towards your heels. From here, squeeze the shoulder blades together, puffing up the chest, and we're gonna move into a bridge. Inhale is gonna lift your hips high as you press the knee forward, lengthen your gaze back, long spine. and exhale, slowly lower down. Yeah, take your time. And then when your butt touches, as you inhale, lifting up, exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting up. Hold there as you exhale. Nice. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, lower down. Nice job. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself that squeeze, that hug. Begin to rock up and down the length of your spine now. Whee! Gaining a little momentum with it. Right? Maybe you just stay here and do this for the next 40 minutes, and that's completely fine, just rocking and rolling. I've got no qualms with that. As you're ready, though, we're going to come to tabletop position. So maybe you just kind of come up to a seat and break dance your way. Maybe you cross the ankles, come all the way through. Whatever's going to get you to hands and knees. And let's open those fingers nice and wide, maximum plumage through our turkeys this Thanksgiving, and then shift forward and backward into those birds. How are they doing? Okay. Cool. Ooh, a little pop right there. Shift side to side a few times. Okay, can we handle lateral load and unload? Okay. Ooh, let's carve some circles, right? Go forward, go right, go back, go left, and you start hitting those four corners of the square, and then just start rounding out the edges, and you've made a circle, shapes. And are you still breathing? Cool. Let's change the variable. Fan the fingers out towards the sides of the room. Yeah, right finger's right, left finger's left. And then shift forward and backward, side to side a few times. And then try and bend your elbows. For me, that's weird. It's kind of tricky. Yeah, right? Interesting. And then turn your fingers in towards each other. And then you kind of, it's super duper pigeon toe. Kind of feel like a bulldog. Bend your elbows. Woof, right? And then shift forward, backward, side to side. Right? Can we handle internal rotation, especially with all that club work that we're doing? Lots of rotation through the entire shoulder, elbow, and wrist. Let's flip all the way to the backs of the hands, a veritable backhand into the floor, but be gentle. Right, because that gets a little bit tender, some chicken tenders up in my wrists, and then bend the elbows and re-straighten a few times. Yeah, ooh, nice, Jason, exactly. Just taking some time releasing that. Awesome, and then any hand position that works for you, let's just move up the chain a little bit. So check out that right shoulder blade. Shrug that right shoulder up towards your ear, and then down, and then out and away. Just checking on it, can it move independently? Cool, how's that left shoulder blade? Could this thing move forward, backward, up, down? Yeah. Whatever those directions mean to you at this perspective, right? Ooh, could they move together? A little bit of interdependence. Maybe they both start kind of shrugging around. Nice. Nice, Ken. Awesome. Awesome. Ooh, just getting in there, Jason. That's what I'm talking about. And again, you could just spend a lot of time digging into those shoulder blades. And then let's shake around the neck a few times. Yeah, check back in on the neck, some big circles. Heck, you might have been able to hear my neck pop through the mic. Good Lord. And then just check back in on the breath. And then we're going to start mobilizing the whole spine. So now we've opened up the top. Let's start to send that wave down, some cats and cows. Inhale is going to drop the belly, pull the heart through. We're moving through extension of each vertebrae. Exhale, press the ground away and curl, flexing the tailbone, flexing the mid-back, pulling the chin into the chest, full flexion. Inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart all the way through. Again, moving through that arch, that extension. Exhale, press the ground away, curl, round, full flexion of the spine. Move back and forth now between these two extremes for the next 7 or 8 breaths. And we're just going to take some time. Inhaling, pulling through. Exhaling, doming, and rounding. And I want you to start noticing, right? Diagnostic check, oil change. Where do you get kinked up? Where do you get stuck? Is it low back? Is it mid back? Is it right between the shoulder blades where you can never itch? Right? Is it the neck? Right? Is it the attitude and your disposition? It's a big one for me. And then after you've gone forward and backward a few times, that's cool, but we can also wiggle and wave and wag side to side, so start to carve little S's as you start to drive the hips and the ribs out side to side, and that's going to start opening up the low back, the sides of the ribs, the neck. Maybe you start adding some rotation. Maybe you pull that heart through and then whip your hair back and forth like Willow said. Yeah, that was fun. Maybe you shake the tail feathers, get a little sassy. Anything here. Get weird. This is the place to do it. You've got about 3 or 4 more breaths. And again, just get strange. I'm just going to join them because that just seems nice. And I'm kinked up myself. Just 3 good breaths, y'all. And again, my shoulder blades and low back are talking to me right now. And I got about 1 more. But again, maybe you want to stay here the whole time. And that is completely righteous. Now, as you're ready, gang, let's go ahead and come back to neutral. Let's open those fingers wide, gripping down into the floor. Let's tuck our toes. Let's shift up and back to our first downward facing dog of class. So tuck the toes, shift all the way up and back, taking your time. Now, I want you to feel stable in this position. If we really break down the downward dog, it's a hinge with that strong overhead press. So, are you stable, right? If you are not and your hamstrings are on fire, please bend into your knees and maybe you shorten the stance. Because if you feel like all your weight's dumping into the shoulders and into the hands, the upper body's gonna gas out. It's not prepared for all this carry, right? So again, bend into the knees, load more of the haunches, more of the hips, and you're gonna find more success in this. Now, I want you to just gently begin to pedal your feet, lifting one heel higher than the other. A little cha-cha motion. Yeah, a little cha-cha is pretty nice. I'm more of a tango man myself, but I do enjoy a good cha-cha. Lift your heels as high as you can, tippy toes, and then drop them over to the right. So they just spin, they pivot, they rotate, they turn, synonyms. Lift your heels as high as you can. Drop them to the other side of the room. Yeah, and maybe you add a little bend. You can add some body English here. Lift your heels as high as you can. Again, drop them over to the right and breathe, because that lights me up. Lift your heels as high as you can. Drop them again to the left. Nice. Lift up. Cool. I want you to very slowly begin to walk your hands back to your feet. Hand over hand over hand over hand. Bend into your knees generously. When you start finding fire, exhale sharply. Grab for opposite elbows and let your head weigh 1,000 pounds. It's kind of like you're just cradling a baby. And then if you notice that your neck is super, super perturbed, bring the hands behind the head and let your elbows traction your neck longer. Exactly, Jason. And then he's just gonna let this grip sit on the back of his head, his elbows dead weight. Woo, he just got a little bit taller. Take a deep inhale and let it go. Release the fingertips down to the floor. I want you to press into your shins or the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Think a 7, a long spine, a tight belly. Exhale, fold down to the floor. Nice, let's create that length again. Inhale, halfway lift, that long, strong spine. Exhale, fold. We're gonna rise all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach your hands high towards the sky, opening towards the ceiling. As you exhale, twist open to the right, and you can open everything. Right hand behind, left hand in front. You could open those hips. Inhale, reach your hands all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, twist to the left, touching both walls. Inhale, reach your hands high towards the sky. Belly tight, butt tight. Exhale, cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades, open the heart. Nice. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach your hands high. We're gonna move into what's called eagle arms. I'm gonna wrap my right arm underneath my left. If this isn't working for you, because we turn into pretzel people, just hug yourself and that might be even better. From here, we're just gonna carve some space. So if you need to adjust the stance and widen the feet, that's fine. I'm gonna tip out to the right. I'm gonna fold down through center. I'm gonna open out to the left. I'm gonna open my heart up towards the sky like I'm just spinning around a rim. So I'm just slowly spinning around the edge of this bowl, carving some space, and breathe, breathe. And this is one of my favorites, because from here we're getting into the neck, we're getting in the shoulders, we're getting into the shoulder blades, some of the areas of the thoracic spine that can be very, very hard to get to. And keep breathing, y'all, and then just reverse direction. And if you want to feel a little bit more, raise your elbows up higher, elbow or chin level. This is just going to change the angle, and we're going to get into some different degrees, some different little corners of dysfunction, and just open all that up. Keep breathing, y'all. Keep breathing, because that's darkness. We're clearing cobwebs. Live spiders. Get up out of here. Yeah. Cool. As you're ready, come all the way up through center. Reach your hands high. And exhale, swan dive all the way down to the floor, nice and controlled. Begin to crawl your hands forward like a bear, downward facing, bear dog, locked into position. Breath calm, face calm. And again, we're useful here. We can do things. From there, slower than you'd like to, I want you to begin to tiptoe all the way up towards your hands. Tippy, tippy, tippy toe. Breathe sharply. When you find fire, bend into your knees. Face that into darkness. Clear it out, into darkness. Press into your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, a flat spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing, rising tall, moving graceful, showing strength. Exhale, twist open to the right. Don't move your hips this time. Inhale, reach your hands high. Hips stay square. Exhale, twist to the left. Hips don't move. Inhale, reach your hands high. Belly tight, butt tight. Exhale, cactus the arms. Maybe bend into the knees a little bit. Catch a planet. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, swan dive all the way down to the floor. Graceful and controlled. Inhale, halfway lift, a flat spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing, reaching tall towards the sky. Take this left arm, wrap it underneath the right. Eagle arms the other side. Or again, just hug yourself and that's fine. We're going to tip out to the left. Fold down through center. Open out to the right. Open the heart all the way up towards the sky. And again, you're spinning around the rim. And if you feel like you need to adjust the stance to be more stable, to carve into more space, please do. And you could be as rigid or as loosey-goosey here as you'd like. Just keep breathing as we carve the space. If you'd like to feel more, raise the elbows up higher, and then I'd like you to go ahead and start switching direction, going back the way we came, back from whence we came. Continue to breathe. It just takes time. What's the quick fix? How do I get strong? How do I get fast? How do I get open? How do I get calm? It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of consistency. It takes a lot of quality reps. Way to put it in right now. As you're ready, inhale is going to reach all the way up towards the sky. Let's just cactus the arm one more time just for fun. Cactus, open, yes, let some love in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down to the floor. Nice and controlled. Because again, we can handle speed, not collision. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold, step just your right foot to the back of the mat. Just righty steps back there, sick. We're in a lunge now. Shift forward and backward a few times, gang. Are you still breathing? Shift side to side a few times. Can you handle lateral flexion and extension, load and unload? Okay, let's pivot and turn and rotate. So turn all 10 toes to the right and to the left, just a little bit. Again, seeing if you can handle rotation and the ability to pivot. And we can twist, again, like we did last summer. Plant the right hand and slowly take your left hand all the way up towards the sky, wrapping the heart, the ribs, the belly, bringing that whole right side body underneath you, fully wrapping open. Take one more inhale, and exhale, bring the left hand down. Drop the right knee to the floor. Low crescent lunge. Just going to sweep your hands high towards the sky. I want you to feel stable and calm first, and then we'll worry or concern ourselves with getting deeper in time. If you'd like to get deeper, just start crawling that left foot a little bit further forward, like a little spider, and then bring the hands behind the head, tighten the belly, and open your heart up towards the sky, kind of like you're being sucked up by a tractor beam. Oh no! But tighten the belly, tighten the butt, and keep the hips sinking a little bit lower as we carve some space for your posture, right? Pulling ourselves apart here, belly holding us together in the center. Take one more inhale, and we're going to move to half split. Bring the hands down around the front foot. Shift the hips back and straighten your left leg. Be gentle. Firetown. Population, all of us. Relax the head. Yeah. And then point the toes forward. Gas pedal. Ooh, can we go faster? Flex it back. Ooh. Point it forward. Flex it back. Ooh, turn it to the left. What's over there? Ooh, some darkness. Yeah, me too. Ooh, turn it all the way to the right. Ooh, some literal fire. That's exciting. Turn it all the way to the left again. Can you take a breath? Can you be the same person here? Turn it all the way to the right. Whew, take a breath. You're fine. Go to the one that you like the absolute most little and breathe on it for 2 breaths. The internal rotation is the one. Oh, you don't like the external rotation. That's fun. I don't like that one. Cool. We're all different, right? But it's just good to know where our strengths and weaknesses lie. Take an inhale. Let it go. Let's exit that. Bend back into the left knee. Sick. Right hand plants, left hand reaches up. Tuck the right toe and lift the right knee. Yeah, so we're back to that active lunge. Perfect. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, bring the left hand down to the inside of the left leg. So if you need to scooch, you can scooch. Drop the right knee down to the floor. Lizard, cat, cow. My favorite. So that cat, cow that we were doing, we're now going to do with extreme hip flexion. Inhale, pull the heart through. Exhale, dome, curl, and round. And just mark the differences. Because now, Kiana and Jason have their knee all up in their face, mimicking a position we're in a lot, right? That hip flexion, sitting, driving, flying, working at your desk, right? And now we're just using this position to start changing the relationship between our pelvis and our low back, which can get cranked throughout our days. And take a couple more of those, or again, feel free to stay here the rest of class. This is my life hack. I do this all the time. I'll be in the middle of Central Market and I'll just get a back spasm in the frozen section and I'll just lizard, cat, cow, aisle 3, works every time. Do it. Okay, tuck the right toe, lift the right knee. As you're ready, I want you to step back very calmly to downward facing dog, y'all. Yeah, way to make some space, Jason, exactly. Beautiful, y'all. From here, I want you to start bending into your knees, gazing towards your hands. Yeah, you're sitting your hips low like you were about to hop. I want you to take one more inhale and exhale, step or hop fluidly to the top of the mat. Yes. Inhale, halfway lift to flat spine. Way to use the legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing, reaching tall towards the sky. Last time, exhale, twist open to the right. Get everything you can. Touch both walls. You have permission. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, twist open to the left. Again, reach so far across the world you touch fingertips. Inhale, reach your hands high, belly tight, butt tight. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart, charge up for the rest of the week. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down to the floor, nice and controlled. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold, step just your left foot to the back of the mat. Lefty's gonna step all the way back there, sweet. Shift forward and backward a few times. Can you breathe here? Shift side to side a few times. How are those ankles? How are those toes? How are those knees? How are those hips? How's your stuff? Oil change. From here, pivot, turn. Can you twist to the right, to the left? Can we handle rotation? Injury prevention 101. If we cannot handle rotation, something's gonna start bending until it breaks up the line. Awesome. Slowly come back to neutral. Plant the left hand, take your right hand all the way up towards the sky. Again, wrapping the ribs, the belly, the low back, every part of the torso, ripping open. Take one more inhale, and exhale, right hand comes down. Nice. Left knee drops to the floor, low crescent lunge, sweeping both hands high towards the sky. Excellent, y'all. Again, once you're stable, then we can start working into more depth. Foundations of stone, right? Bring the hands behind the head. Start to open your heart towards the ceiling. Again, like there's a marionette string just tied to your sternum, and they're just pulling you up. Why is there a marionette string tied to your sternum? Poor craftsmanship. Take one more inhale, open up a little bit more. Stay. Take one more inhale, open up a little bit more, and we're gonna move to half split. Gently bring the hands down around your front foot, shift the hips back, and straighten your right leg. And again, if you're having trouble finding the floor, sometimes having a block or a book or like a cat to put your hand on, anything helps tremendously. And then point the toes forward, and then flex the toes back. And notice if your neck's getting involved, relax your neck a little bit. Yeah. Flex the toes back. Ooh, I want you to turn your toes to the right. Turn your toes to the left. Relax right here, Jason. Yeah, there you go, brother. Turn your toes to the right. Turn them to the left. Good. Go to the one you like the absolute most little, the least, and breathe on it for 2 breaths. Face that fire, face that demon, clear it out. Get up out of that. Oh yeah, I see you shaking right there, brother. Take one more inhale. Stay. Let's bend back into the right knee. Nice job, y'all. Let's tuck the left toe and lift the left knee. Left hand plants, right hand reaches up towards the sky, that big open twist. Let's bring the right hand down to the inside of the right foot. This time if you need a little scooch, that's fine. From here, drop the left knee down to the floor. Lizard, cat, cow, my favorite of all DNA splices. Inhale, pull the heart through. Exhale, curl, round, and dome. Talk about a hybrid. Lizard, cat, cow. Inhale, pull it through. Exhale, dome and round. And again, notice where do the kinks come up, right? Neck, mid-back, low back, up in here. Take a couple more. And really, like this, if you can't catch a class or anything, or you can't get your mobility or your durability or anything, just stop here for a few minutes in your day, and that will genuinely help so much. As you're ready, gang, let's go ahead and tuck that left toe and lift that left knee. Tight belly, calm step back to downward facing dog. Excellent. Ooh, and take a breath. Nice and calm right there. Awesome. Now, I want you to go ahead and inhale, shift forward to a high plank position, big top of a push-up. And then exhale, shift back to downward facing dog. Just opening up the shoulders a little bit more. Inhale, shift forward, high plank position. And if you need to lower your knees down, that's fine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, gang. Inhale, shift forward. Hold, lock in, keep breathing. We're not gonna stay here very long. We're just firming up the plank a little bit. Inhale is gonna shift you forward. If you need to lower your knees, that's fine. I want you to lower all the way down to your belly. Yep, and again, at any point if you need a lower knee, that's fine. I'd like you to point your toes to the back of the room and press the tops of the feet down like a dolphin tail driving into the floor. From there, flex into your glutes, thrusting your hips and anchoring the low body. Tighten your belly, squeeze the shoulder blades and float the hands, and then start to push your heart forward as we fly into cobra. So you're not just thinking of height far from the floor, you're thinking head far from hip as we get both high but also continue to launch at that 45-degree angle up, flying into the sky. Take one more inhale, lift a little higher, and exhale, release. Nice, excellent. We're gonna do 2 more just like that, taking our time, planting those feet into the floor. As you're ready, inhale, cobra, lifting up. Hold right there. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, release. Nice. Take a deep inhale. Stay. Cobra, inhale, lifting up. Hold. Inhale, lift a little higher. And release. Nice, y'all. I'd like you to reach your arms out to a T. Yeah, just a nice T. Take your right cheek to the mat. Right, yeah. Cool. And then just breathe. Now, I'd like you to bring your left hand in close to your chest, because we're going to use it to press. And then I want you to bend into your left knee. Yay. And then start to drive your left heel up into the sky. Yeah, lifting the quad. And then you're going to use that hand and start to scorpion over. So you're going to start to lift and then slowly bend and scorpion strike the other side of the mat. And from here, again, that right hand's out to a T, so we're starting to stretch out the shoulder, the chest, relax that head as best you can, and I want you to take 3 deep breaths. It just takes time. And can we bring composure to uncomfortable situations? Because who you are when you are uncomfortable is who I believe that we are. Take an inhale and let it go. Very slowly, as you're ready, you're going to slowly begin to unwind. You can lift that left leg over and just kind of realign back flat on the mat. Take up some space. Yes, 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 yes. Who's been told to stay in their lane? Out of my way. And then as you're ready, take your left cheek to the mat, so you're looking out to the right. And then bend into your right elbow, planting the right hand next to your chest. And then bend into the right knee. And then start to drive that heel up into the sky. Bend, stack, flipping over, using that right hand to press, a little scorpion stretch. Seeing again if you can't get this right foot flat, but if you can't, don't worry, it's not a big deal. Nothing to worry about. Can we just breathe in whatever situation this is bringing up, right? Because this is the reality of the situation. This is where we are. Can we now bring composure to it? Because you're fine. You're completely fine. Good. And then take one more inhale. Stay. And then when you're ready, slowly start to roll over, taking your time, being gentle, because that gets precarious. Woo. And then plant your hands next to your chest. Tuck your toes, tighten your belly. Inhale, high plank, push up off the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog, lifting up and back into the sky. Excellent job, y'all. Let's go ahead and drop our knees down to the floor and take a child's pose, gang. Great stuff. Y'all are working awesomely. And just know as we move forward and with any yoga class, whether it's through the Onyx 6 program or just anywhere in your life, child's pose is always there for you, right? You can always take a break and just chill, especially if you're finding that you're not bringing composure to the situation. Come back to your breath and come back to it. So just know as we move forward, this is always here for you, but we're going to keep going. Shift forward, tabletop position, gang. Great stuff. Let's go ahead and tuck those toes and shift up and back to a stable downward facing dog, taking our time. Again, taking your time. Deep inhale and let it go. Inhale is going to lift your right leg high into the sky. So take your time as you lift it up into the sky. I want you to flex your toes down. I want you to drive more energy out of this right heel. Tighten the belly, put more strength into your hands, into your arms. Take one more inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, curl in, touch your face softly, of course. Inhale, right leg kicks all the way up into the sky. Exhale again, knee to nose, curling in. I want you to step between your hands. Right foot comes in between the hands, no rush getting there. Left hand plants, right hand reaches up. Hey, it's that open twist again. We've been here. Slowly bring the right hand down. Look back at the left heel. Seal your left heel down at a 45-degree angle, and we're going to slowly move into Warrior One. So again, that left heel is sealed so that I can use that back foot. We're going to float the hands. Reach them forward, reach them all the way up towards the sky. And again, we're working to square those hips to the front of the room. So if the stance needs to be a little bit shorter, that's fine. Maximum stability. And then we'll get deeper. Deep bend into this right knee, but she's not forgetting about this back left foot that is planting and ripping into the mat. I can almost see it sliding back here. Great work. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart, let some love in. Inhale, reach your hands up. Remember those eagle arms? I do. Let's do it again. Right arm underneath the left. Yeah, we'll just go right arm underneath the left. And then from here, we're going to carve up into the sky. Start to take those elbows all the way up. Breath calm, face calm. Again, belly tight, butt tight, legs strong to keep the low back safe. Excellent job, ninjas. Take an inhale. Stay. Inhale, reach your hands high. We're going to open up to Warrior Two. So if you need to widen your stance, that's completely fine. Or maybe you keep it exactly where it is, but we're just going to start to guide the hips open to the side of the room and then reach those arms out to a nice long T. Again, belly tight, relaxing the shoulders as we continue to reach them out. Breath calm, face calm. Good. Flip the front palm, inhale, reverse, reach all the way up and back, create all that space. And exhale, return to warrior two. Nice, y'all. Flip the front palm, inhale, reverse, reach all the way up and back. Exhale, return to warrior two. Flip your front palm, inhale, reverse, reach all the way up and back. Straighten your front leg. Reach the left hand up to grab onto the right wrist and start to pull that arm long as you can back. Again, accentuating all of this space. All of this space. From there, we are going to move into Trikonasana triangle, so I want you to take your time. We're going to start to sass our hips back. We're going to reach our right hand as far forward as we can. Reach, 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 reach. Then we're going to take our right hand down and can press into shin or block or floor. I'd like this arm to be active, pressing into something in some direction. From there, reach the left hand up towards the sky, wrapping the heart, the ribs, the belly. Again, just like that side twist that we were playing with, bringing that underside body completely underneath. Yes, nice wrap, nice wrap. From there, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lengthening the head forward, tight legs, tight butt. We are spreading in all directions. Take one more inhale. Stay. Nice. Inhale, reverse. All the way up and out. Carve yourself some space. We're going to move into pyramid. You're going to cartwheel your hands down around your front foot. Step the back foot in way closer. And then fold over that front leg. And again, blocks, books, water bottles, cats, wonderful things to have underneath your hands. And then just let the head hang. And if your knee is bent a little bit, cool. Fantastic. It doesn't matter. I encourage you to kind of shake the head side to side. I even encourage you to kind of wiggle your tush a little. Yeah, exactly that. It's goofy, right? It's goofy. But again, it just unlocks the low back in really, really wonderful ways, especially with all of this stretch happening all over your body. And then take a couple more breaths. Nice. Now from here, I want you to just bend slightly into that right knee and slowly step your left foot all the way up to meet the right. And then slowly curl vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up to standing. No rush whatsoever. Beautiful. From there, I want you to move into tree. We're going to take this right foot and keep it planted, and we're just going to take this left foot to the inner right calf or inner right thigh, but you know where we're not going to press it? On that inner right knee. Doesn't like to be pushed side to side. So again, under the knee, above the knee, not upon the knee, and then maybe you reach your hands up. I like to turn my hands out. It's kind of like a creepy tree. Tree, creepy tree. From there, maybe you close an eye, just one. Maybe you close the other eye halfway. Maybe you close both eyes and enter the void. Oh, the ether. It's hard to balance there. And then just a couple more breaths. We were literally right before this talking about what kind of tree we would be. So this is pretty fun. As you're ready, y'all, we're going to slowly unhook that left leg. I want you to step it down to the back of the mat like you're moving into warrior two. Okay. And then I just want you to straighten your right leg and turn all 10 toes to the left. From here, inhale, reach your hands high. So we're in a nice wide-legged stance. And I want you to exhale, fold all the way down to the floor. No rush getting there. Let the head release a whole bunch, hang. Shift those hips side to side. Just releasing that. Beautiful. Nice. Now, hands to the floor. Gently crawl your hands towards the front of the room, staying low around the front foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Yeah. Nice. Come back to stability. Inhale, lift your left leg high into the sky, flexing your toes straight down towards the floor. Drive more energy out of the heel. Beautiful. Take one more inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, curl in, touch your face softly. Inhale, left leg kicks up. Exhale, step through between your hands. Take your time getting there. Right hand plants, left hand reaches up, that giant open twist. And slowly bring the left hand down. We're going to seal the back heel at a 45-degree angle, so take your time if you need to step. You can see it, so step it in close. Make sure you can use it. Warrior one is going to float the hands off the floor, towards the front of the room, all the way up towards the ceiling. And again, relaxing the shoulders down. We're square to the front of the room. We're stable. We can press into both feet. We're moving forward. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Let some of that love in. Inhale, reach up. Let's wrap this left arm underneath the right. And then just start to carve some space open towards the sky. Belly tight, butt tight, legs nice and strong so we don't crank into the low back. Another inhale. Stay. Inhale, release the arms high. Exhale, warrior two is going to open up the stance, maybe a little bit, but definitely open up the torso. And nice adjustments right here. Always taking the time, making sure you have equal weight placed to both feet. And if you feel unstable, always adjust or shorten, whatever you might need to do. Flip your front palm, inhale, reverse, reach all the way up and back, creating all of that length and space. Exhale, return to warrior two. Again, moving at your pace. Flip, inhale, reverse. Exhale, return. Flip, inhale, reverse, grab the left wrist with the right hand, straighten the left leg as you begin to pull all that space up and back and breathe into all that space that you're creating. Excellent. Take one more inhale. We're going to move into triangle. You're going to sash your hips back and reach your left hand as far forward as you can. You're going to take your left hand down to the shin, to the block, to the floor. Again, accentuating all this length through the spine that we've been prioritizing. You're wrapping the heart, the ribs, the belly open. Your arms are reaching apart as your shoulder blades squeeze. Your belly is tight, holding you together at this very awkward perspective. Your booty is tight. Your legs are strong, toes gripping into the floor. You have one more breath. Stay with your strength. Inhale, reverse. All the way up and out, carving some space. Nice job. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands down. We're going to be moving to pyramid, so be gentle. Bring the hands down around the front leg. Step the back foot in close. And you can start to straighten through that left leg. If it doesn't work to straight, not a big deal. We're just opening up this whole back line. And then wiggles. Yes, wiggles always the best, right? Because I want my body to be able to handle every variable, every degree of change that can be thrown at us, right? So again, shake out the head a few times. Oh. Wiggle the hips. Do both at the same time. And then check back in with your breath. Good job, y'all. Take one more inhale. Stay. Slight bend of the left knee is just going to let you step that right foot up to meet the left. Hanging nice and low like you're a zombie. I want you to very slowly begin to peel and round and wrap all the way up. Cool. Inhale, reach your hands nice and high. Press your palms together, hands to heart center. Planting that left foot, moving into a tree. Take your right foot into the inner left calf or inner left thigh. Not, ding ding, you're correct at home, on the knee. And again, breathe. And as you press your foot into your leg, press your leg back into your foot, creating a little bit of tension and stability. And if you'd like to reach your hands up, cool. If not, that's fine. Maybe you want to turn the fingers out, turn it into that Sleepy Hollow tree. All right. Maybe you want to close one eye. Maybe you close both eyes. Maybe you enter the ether. Maybe you do none of those things, and it's completely fine too. You have 2 more breaths. Yeah, cool. And balance is one of the first things that goes, y'all. We're just putting Life Alert out of business. As you're ready, you're going to slowly start to float that right foot off. I want you to step back nice and wide and move into a wide-legged fold. So you're going to turn all 10 toes to the left. Let's inhale, reach the hands high. And exhale, fold all the way down to the floor. Cool. And again, a little shift side to side as we move into a little wide-legged action here. Almost done. Just noticing the difference in your pelvic floor, in your back, and your hamstrings. Good. From there, hands come to the floor. Turn all 10 toes to the left as you walk your hands around the left foot. And from there, I'd like you to step back, downward facing dog. Yes. Breath calm, face calm. Awesome. Gaze up towards your hands. Bring your hands to touch, maybe a little diamond even. Oh, that's nice. From there, step your right foot to the outside of the right hand. Step your left foot to the outside of the left hand. Drop your seat nice and low, as wide of a stance as you would need. Breath calm, face calm. Excellent job, y'all. Moving into that deep, deep squat. From here, I'd like you to bring your hands down to the floor. Roll that neck in and slowly begin to straighten through the legs as you just slowly rise back up. Oh, good. Press into, you can adjust the feet, maybe bring them closer, and then press into your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. as we move into our final hip stretching and in sequence. Inhale is going to lift your right leg high into the sky. I'd like you to bend into your right knee, stack your right hip on top of the left. Keep breathing now more than ever. Take one more inhale. We're going to take this into pigeon, y'all. You're going to slide your right knee behind the right wrist, a little to the outside of the right wrist. And then we're going to curl that right foot up and over. And in fact, before we move into pigeon, let's actually go to our shin box. I'm going to slide this left knee up to the sole of the right foot. And yeah, Jason's just going to move into a modification, which I will explain later. And so now we're just in a baby pigeon, Kiana. And so let's just fold into this cute baby pigeon. Oh, how cute. Just fold on down. I've never seen a baby pigeon. So what Jason has gone into now is a wonderful variation where you can just lay on your back and make a little figure 4 on the floor. And so he's hitting the same areas, he just doesn't have his entire body weight and perhaps undue pressure on certain joint structures, right? Namely the knee and the ankle, right? A lot of times, especially the knee, but sometimes the ankle can get a little interesting when your entire body weight is on it as well. So if you ever find little tweaks or pain, right? If you're just uncomfortable, you're gonna have to get over that. But if you're finding pain, we can always move to this wonderful variation. And so you just got a couple more breaths. And you're just gonna stay here for a while because we're taking a lot of time for our hip. Now, what Kiana and I are gonna do is we're gonna just slowly press ourselves up so we can move into pigeon now. So now we've been in baby pigeon and that was exciting, I had a good time. From here, we're just gonna slide this left leg back. And that way I can just slowly start to adjust. I can slowly start to drive that right leg out a little wider, and then I've made my way to a half pigeon. Again, my leg is not even close to being parallel to the front of the room, so don't feel like it has to be. And then as you're ready, you can slowly begin to fold forward and down. And you're gonna find this to be a little bit more intense, if not a lot more intense, than the baby pigeon, right, our shin box. And full pigeon again. I want you to come back to your breath because it's really easy to kind of turn off and go somewhere else. Face it, right? Face what you need to face right here because how you do one thing is how you do all things, right? So again, practice. That's what this is. This is the oil change. Yes, we're going to help the hips and you can do good, cool, awesome club and steel mace and barbell and hopefully all the Onnit 6s. Hopefully you get all of those. But again, hopefully we're starting to see how bringing a little consistency into this practice can carry over to literally everything else that we do. So you guys have just a couple more breaths. Take one more. And let it go. Now, we're gonna slowly start to press ourselves up. And so from here, we're gonna move to a little figure 4. So Kiana and I are just gonna sit our hips sit our butt to the right, and then we're gonna swing this left leg around to the top left corner. Jason's just gonna sit up, and he's just gonna bring his right foot to the inside of his left leg. Bam. Inhale, reach your hands high, shift your shoulders over the left leg, and fold over the left leg. And if you can't touch your foot, don't worry, it doesn't define you as a person. That's exciting. Right? I know a lot of people who can touch their feet who are still very rude, so it doesn't seem like it does all that much of a difference a lot of the time. So just work with what you have. So again, let the head relax. If you can grab onto your foot, I'd like you to take your right hand to the pinky side of your left foot, and that's just going to start opening up the side body. And you can just start pulling away from that point. Just really, really nice. Take one more inhale and let it go. You're going to slowly start to rise up. I always feel like Gumby or Stretch Armstrong a little after that. Reach the right hand high and then just plant it down behind you. Right knee and shin, left heel, and that right hand are going to press you up into a stargazer, driving up a lot of extension, opening all of this space after the work you've been putting in. You kind of feel like an epic interpretive dancer who just nailed your number. Yes, you did. Take one more inhale. And exhale, slowly start to lower all the way down. From here, let's just go ahead and cross this left leg over into a little cross-legged seat, nice and simple. We'll just keep it simple, and then fold forward again. And again, you can kind of shift. Now, from this position, we are going to transition to the other side. So as you're ready, I want you to go ahead and sit yourself up. Let's go ahead and take this right leg. And so Jason, you're going to go ahead and move all the way onto your back as we move into the hip stretch. So Jason's going to go ahead and move into the hip stretch all on his back. He and I are just going to move into our shin box on the left side. So my left leg's just going to stay where it is. I'm just going to unhook this right leg. And again, I'm just going to take this right knee and set it right into the sole of the left foot. Easy. Cool. And then, as you're ready, readjust and slowly begin to fold forward into that baby pigeon. Nice, y'all. And breathe. And now it just takes time, right? Now we're here. Now we just have to give it a little bit of time to let the changes occur. And again, wiggles, always welcome. Right? So Jason's here on his back. He can still tilt and untuck. He can still tuck and untuck his tailbone. Maybe even move it side to side and start finding different areas and angles. That's changing things, huh? Yeah. Same thing over here. As you can now see, Kiana is starting to add a little bit of movement, slight gyrations through the hips and through the mid-back are going to start changing everything that's going on and everything that she's feeling. Good. Now, as you're ready, gang, we're going to slowly start to press up. Jason, you stay where you are. If you're modified, you stay up where you are. We're going to press ourselves up and just slide this right leg back. Ooh. And then as you're ready, slowly beginning to fold all the way forward. Relax those hips down, slowly fold. See my knee is outside of the wrist, just slightly outside of the wrist. And that way, I can just fold right down. And then just breathe. And it just takes time. Quick fix, a lot of time. A lot of time. And again, those deep breaths, keeping us present, keeping us here, facing what we need to face. We don't go to our happy place here. We face the darkness, right? Can't be light if we don't carve through dark. You're carving through some darkness. You got about 3 or 4 breaths. Nothing you can't handle. Breathe calmly. Yeah. Good, y'all. Then take one more inhale or stay as long as you'd like. Slowly begin to press yourself up. We're just going to plop our hips to the left and we're going to swing our right leg all the way around. Jason again is just going to sit up and just whoop, find himself in figure 4 position. Reach your hands high, shift over and fold over your right leg. Taking your time, no rush, and again, generous bend into that knee is wondrous, wondrous. And then just let that head kind of hang. Ooh. Again, continue to wiggle and adjust, opening up all of our stuff. And if you want a little bit more, left hand again can come to the pinky side of the right foot, which gets a lot of spice through this whole side body. And you can see Kiana here bending the elbow, re-straightening it. She's just changing the contours of her body to find different nooks and crannies that she can clear out, right? Because that way we are bulletproofed, if you would, right? It's the area that we haven't trained that becomes an issue. So she's getting into every nook and cranny she can. Take one more inhale, ninjas, and let it go. And then slowly begin to rise up. Let's reach that left hand high. Left hand plants behind us, left knee, left hand, right foot, stargazer lifting up into the sky. Just a giant 3-point bridge. I love it. I just feel like it looks pretty. It feels fantastic too. And take one more inhale and exhale, slowly lower down. Wonderful. From here, let's just go ahead and hug those knees into our chest. Curl into a ball. And it's going to be a little trust fall onto your back. Roll onto your back. If you didn't want to roll, that's completely fine. Very fair. We are going to move into happy baby. So reach your hands in between your knees. Come to the outsides of the feet. And happy baby pose. Yay. Yeah, cool. And you can shake the baby. Only time that's okay. Context. Oh, no. Maybe you straighten one leg. Maybe you straighten the other. Maybe you play footsie with your neighbor who's also your best friend. Hello. Maybe you straighten both legs, V for victory. Don't be a sore winner. Cool. Whenever you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself one final squeeze, final big hug. Take one more inhale. Squeeze and exhale. Release into Shavasana, your final rest. If there's any final poses or postures or anything that you might need, free swim at the public pool. But do allow yourself to come to a place where you can just be. where we can just integrate, where there's no input left or even encouraged, point of diminishing returns. We're there. Can you just be? And good work. It's a hard place to get, often a harder place to be, but very telling. And so enjoy. And slowly begin to deepen your breath, bringing some small, fine movements to the fingers and the toes, slowly making them larger, circles of the ankles and the wrists. And then the next few breaths, taking your time, rolling over to one side or the other, kind of curling into a little ball, like you're just trying to hit that snooze button. And then in the next few moments, taking your time again, as always, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat. Whatever that might look like. It could be anything, right? Yeah. Excellent work. And just noticing the difference as to when you began. And let's just close class with a little bit of gratitude and appreciation, bringing the hands to heart center. Right? We don't have to attach any external dogmas to this. This is merely a physical representation of being thankful, right? Because we have a lot of things to be thankful for, right? Any day could be awful or the worst, or again, we could try and find perspective, silver linings, and bring composure to the situation, right? Whenever things get in your face, give yourself a breath so that you can respond and not just react, right? On behalf of Black Swan Yoga and Onnit, myself, JJ, Kiana, and Jason, thank you all so much. Thank y'all so much at home for coming and being a part of us. We hope we can see you in the studio soon as well. And reach out to any one of us at any time. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Onnit 6 and life. From my heart to yours, with all the love that I have, and truly with deference. Great energy, great work. Namaste.